Welcome to the Bushido gang. What's up, guys? It's Attack on Samurai, and welcome to day 2 of Smogon tours. So, for day 2, I actually managed to reach round 3, which was pretty cool. So I'm going to be showing off my games. This will probably be the last time I show off my round 1 game, and also my round 2 game. I wanted to show off, well, I have to show off my round 3 game, but this will be the last time I actually show off those games, or show off my round 1 and round 2 game, just because you guys are probably just going to be bored seeing round 1 and round 2. So after this upload, I will be doing round 3 and round 4, depending on if I can get that far. So yeah, before we get started though, make sure you guys have a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord Bushido gang, and subscribe for some more content on the channel. So without further ado, let's get this underway. So turn 1, I would say round 1. Turn 1, I lead with Lando as he leads with Tornadus. So looking at his team, I was thinking like, okay, Mega Miniature can do a lot of work to him because he has no resistance to it. Because I have HPS for Gliscor, HPS for the Hydreigon, Flamethrower for the Ferrothorn. T-Bolt kind of just breezes through Mega Lopunny as well as Tornadus. And then Heatran's pretty much like his best answer to it, since T-Bolt only does around like 30% if he's like a more specially defensive set or just like max HP. So pretty much that was my game plan, trying to win with Maynetric. But anyways, he leads with Tornadus as I lead with Lando. I switch out. I actually did a U-turn right here, fearing the Hurricane or whatever he'd go for. But he U-turns on my Magearna switch in, as I actually go for T-Bolt on the Heatran coming in, just to get some chip off. So I switch out, going to Hydreigon, since I can defog Hazard's Way as well. So he does get the Magma Storm off, doing a decent chunk to me, but nothing too crazy. So I can just freely DP right here as he actually goes into Lopunny. Now I'm actually confused why he made that play to just let his Lopunny take so much damage, because that's actually going to matter quite a bit later on, especially when I start racking up hazards. His Lopunny really won't be doing much this game. But yeah, I was very surprised by the way he played his Lopunny. But regardless, so I do get some Dark Pulse damage off. He could have went into Hydreigon, which was a very easy resistance, but don't know why he made that play, but he did. Anyways, I'm going to bring in the Landorus, as he is going to go for the high jump kick on my Hydreigon switch in. So I U-turn on the Gliscor coming in, and I think I bring in Keldeo right now. No, I bring in Ferrothorn. Okay, so I bring in Ferrothorn because I actually wanted to get Hazards up right here, just to again start applying pressure to him. So I believe I went for that. Honestly, going Keldeo would have been a better play, but I think I was fearing something else. But honestly, I think actually going for that play would have been better, going Keldeo. But regardless, I do get rocks up. His Tornadus comes in as I go for Leech Seed on the switch in, so I do get some recovery off on that. I go into Maynetric on whatever he'd go for, as he actually goes for the defog, which I was kind of figuring he was going to do anyway. So I do get a free Mega off right here as he goes into Heatran, and I also get some free damage as well with the T-Bolt. So I do go for the T-Bolt, wear down the Heatran, even though with a crit though, that crit definitely mattered quite a lot. Anyways, I'm going to bring in the Hydreigon as he goes for Protect to, I guess, like stall me out, see whatever I do. So I go Keldeo as he actually goes into Hydreigon like I figured. So he's going to switch out, going to Tornadus as I go for Secret Sword. Yep, so I go Secret Sword right here. And then I switch back out, go back into Ferrothorn as he goes for the Hurricane on the switch in. Hurricane doesn't do too much since my Ferrothorn is pretty speed def. He goes for U-turn, taking more damage, as I believe I go for Rocks on the switch in. Yeah, I do go for Rocks on the switch in as he brings in Heatran. So I'm forced to switch out, and I go back into Hydreigon, because Hydreigon is pretty much my best way to answer Heatran. I do have Keldeo, but I don't really want Keldeo to get too weakened, because Keldeo can be pretty good for the rest of this team, for the rest of the game. So I DP on the Hydreigon switch in, or on the Heatran switch in, which he brings in Hydreigon. I go for Roost, as he actually goes for the Flash Cannon. So I think he went Flash Cannon predicting my Magearna to come in, but I didn't really need to bring Magearna anyway. He gets a Flash Cannon crit, which kind of matters actually, because that pretty much puts me in range of Magma Storm, which was no bueno, because then I lose my defogger. So I actually want to talk about that surf play. So I went surf because I was really thinking that he'd go into Tornadus, or maybe he'd go into Gliscor on surf, or predicting a Secret Sword, because again, like I said, Keldeo plus Mega Man Electric are really good in this matchup. So I was really curious about why he surfed right there. I guess maybe he'd think I'd overpredict, but regardless though, he is going to get the Z move off, doing a good chunk to me. Doing around 55%, which I mean is not terrible, but it does weaken my Keldeo quite a bit. But it's still going to be useful later on in the game, you'll see. Anyways, he roosts right there as I go for the Flare Cannon. I think he'd stay in, but he didn't stay in. Heatran takes no damage from that, and I'm forced to switch out. Honestly, at this point, I was looking at Magearna as like, okay, Magearna's really not doing too much. So I stack Hydreigon right here. Actually, I thought it would live, barely, but no, I didn't live. So I think I bring out Keldeo right now, or I bring out Lando. Nope, bring out Keldeo. As he goes for Protect to scout for whatever I do. As you can, this is a very speed def Heatran, so he can just scout for whatever, switch out into whatever he needs to. So he goes into Tornadus, as I get a crit on the Tornadus as well. So kind of been getting a little bit of luck on my side. Crit on the Heatran, crit on the Tornadus as well. And another one's gonna be pretty big later on in the game. You'll find out like not real soon, but you'll find out like a lot later. Anyways, he goes for Rocks as I bring in my Ferrothorn. So I go for Spikes as he switches out Gliscor and brings in the Heatran. So now I think I go Magearna and just sack it so I can get a free switch into either Keldeo or Manectric. Because like I said, once hazards are up, it's going to be very easy for Keldeo plus Manectric to start putting in work. Anyways, he goes into the Lando right now. He's gonna scout for whatever I do. I go for the Earthquake, so he sees that, so he's probably gonna switch out, go into whatever that can fly. So that's why I went into Manectric to scout for that, as he actually goes into Gliscor. So because he did that, I was actually going to go for the Substitute, I believe. I think I went Sub right here, if I'm not mistaken. Honestly, I should have went for the Raw T-Bolt, because there was no way he was going to stay in with this. So that was a misplay on my part. I'm not going for the T-Bolt, but I do get the sub off, which again, I can wear down his Earth powers a little bit, but honestly, going Raw T-Bolt on Gliscor would have been a hard play. That would have been such a hard play to make. But anyways, Heatran drops. So yeah, sorry about that. That was my roommate. Anyways, he brings out the I bring out Ferrothorn, whatever you go for. Sorry about that. I was getting stiffy. Anyways, I go for the Power Whip. I think I went Power Whip in case he would stay in. I think I actually made that play just in case he would stay in with the Hydreigon, so that way I could put it in range for HP Ice. So he gets up a layer of Spike on my side. Actually, no, I get up another layer, and then I bring in the Mega Man Electric to see what else he do. He actually goes for the knockoff on the switch in, which definitely mattered, because that's going to put me in range where Hazard will actually knock me out on the next switch in. So pretty much I have only like one play to just stay in here and just keep going for the move. So I Flamethrower on the Hydreigon, get the burn unfortunately, and the HP Ice knocking it out. He goes into Lopunny right here. So as he brings in Lopunny, I bring in my Ferrothorn. So I bring in Pharaoh, as he is going to go for the Fake Out, as I do wear it down. So as I wear it down, honestly, okay, I actually want to talk about this play, the play I made. So I was really reconsidering either keeping the Ferrothorn, potentially for just to keep it around, but I ended up making a pretty weird play. I actually go Lando to get the Intimidate drop on it. Honestly, I really didn't need Ferrothorn at this point. I could have just sacked it right there, but I go he goes for the HJK, does a good chunk to my Lando, as I actually go for the Explosion on the Gliscor switch-in. Now, honestly, when I went for the Explosion on the switch-in to Gliscor, one, I didn't really think he'd go for that. Two, I kind of thought he'd go into Tornadus. So the fact he made that play, the fact that he did that, opens me up a lot more, to the point where I can actually just go Keldeo and then just start cleaning up in the late game. So I go into Manectric thinking that I could actually live the hazards, but I don't. So because of that, it died. So I have to bring in my Keldeo, and Keldeo is pretty much going to be pretty much the win con at this point. So he sacks Lopunny on my Secret Sword, and now I have to pretty much go for a miss on a miss from Hurricane on Tornadus, and if he misses, then that's pretty much the game. So that miss definitely mattered a lot. Had he landed that, then of course he would have won right there, and I really couldn't do much else outside of that. And it would have just been a struggle match between Ferrothorn. So yeah, also I'm really upset that Secret Sword didn't actually kill. That was like depressing, honestly. But regardless, though, Ferrothorn's able to clean up the game with the Power Whip, and that's gonna be it. So first game, I got very, very lucky. Honestly, I didn't deserve to get that lucky. Like Hurricane miss, the 2 crits on Heatran and Tornadus definitely mattered. The burn on Hydreigon didn't really matter too much, but outside of that though, it was a pretty rough game, I'd say. I think I could have played it a lot better, especially with Manectric. Again, had I kept track of hazards and just how much it was actually tearing down Manectric, then I would have played it a little bit better. Also, I really should have played it aggressive. Like Manectric really was gonna put in so much work, but regardless, so that's gonna be the end of game 1. So yeah, of round 1, and now I'll go into round 3. So give me a second. Alright, so here's my round 3 game. So my round 2 game, my opponent didn't show up, so I basically got to bye for that. So my opponent here, my opponent is actually pretty interesting because for round 3, this guy right here, he actually made it to the finals, but he ended up losing though. He lost to another person named, I think, like Nat or something. But yeah, he lost to him. Yeah, this guy right here, I meant not Nat lost to him, but he lost to Nat. So sorry about that. I didn't mean to cough like that, but anyways, let's get this game underway. I actually have a different team. I actually got this team from Steph, so I wanted to use it for this game. I kind of wanted, I was kind of reconsidering it though. I was reconsidering using the Mega Manectric team I had for the last couple games, but I was just like, I may as well switch it up. So decided to use this team. The team looked pretty good against him too, so I was just like, I may as well try it. So I led with Mega Medicham here because I wanted to make sure I get my Mega off right away, because Mega Medicham could put in a lot of work. It breaks through half his team pretty well, so I decided to go for that, get the Mega off right away. He goes in the Tapu Fini as I go for the Fake Out. Now, if I was crazy, I would have went for Zen Headbutt, but I'm not crazy. So I'm gonna go into Tangrowth as I can take whatever hit this Tapu Fini does as he goes right into Lando. So this man makes the hard read, and he goes right for the Z move. On my switching into Lando, or just in case I stayed in with Tangrowth. But yeah, he goes for that. I go for U-turn. As I do bring in Kyurem. He gets rocks up for free though. So here's a play that I made that really just changed the whole pace of this game. So I was really thinking hard about this play because Kyurem can actually break through his team fairly easily. So I was really considering going for Fusion Bolt on Tapu Fini in case he wanted to keep Lando alive, because Lando could still be, I was thinking that Lando could still be useful to him later on in the game, but again, I just didn't really take that play to heart. So I ended up just going for Fusion Bolt in case he went into Tapu Fini, and I actually let him get a free U-turn off. So because I did that, I'm so far behind in the back that it's not even funny. So I go into Heatran as he goes Moonblast on the switch in. So gets a crit as well. The crit didn't really matter too much, or the special attack drop. But I wanted to prioritize getting rocks up because Volcarona was a threat. And this obviously has default, or I guess maybe it didn't because he didn't go for it, which I was very confused by the fact he just went Scald instead. But well, actually no, I guess going for Skull was fine anyway. But anyways, he brings out the Latias as I go for knockoff on the switch in. You get some chip on the Lati. So the fact he's Mega Latias and I saw that like a mile away, I was just like, okay, I gotta go for a Sludge Bomb because I have nothing else I can actually deal with this Mon that well. So he goes for the Roost. I go Sludge Bomb trying to get a poison, and lucky for me, I actually do get the poison on the Lati. So Lati's pretty much like kind of neutralized, not really, but kind of. I bring in my Tapu Koko as he goes for the Calm Mind. So he went Calm Mind. I go for U-turn, get some chip on this. U-turn doesn't do too much since this Tapu Koko is mostly like it's choice spec, so it's not gonna have that much investment. But still, He goes Roost as I go for Taunt on the Latias. So I went Taunt to prevent him from roosting and also going for Calm Mind or whatever he'd go for, or wherever else he could go for. Goes T-Bolt, knocks out my Heatran. So I think I bring in Lando. Yeah, I bring in Lando, and I'm pretty much forced to go for the U-turn. He actually goes into his own Lando. So he does that, gets the Intimidate drop as well. And because of this, I'm pretty much just 2 mons down because not only pretty much just 2 mons down because Heatran dropped, and also Lando's about to drop 2 when rocks come in, and that's my only defogger as well. So yeah, I'm really not in the best position at this point. Mostly because, again, I didn't just go for the heart, just go for the Ice Beam instead of just over predicting with the Tapu Fini. Because I mean, he probably realized the threat of this team and was just like, okay, I may as well just sack this mon. But I was overthinking it, over predicting, and it didn't really help me out too much. So now I go for Ice Beam on the switching into Fini, and I go for the Fusion Bolt following that, which does a lot, but it does knock out Fini. So he is going to knock me out with the Moonblast, and that's going to be a dead Kyurem. So I'm now 3 mons down. I go in the Medicham. I do knock out the Fini at least, so Fini is going to drop. So Fini drops right there. He brings in the Mega Latias as I stay in and go for the Ice Punch. As he goes for T-Bolt. T-Bolt can't parry me, so Latias is going to drop right there. And that's 2 mons down now. He brings in the Kartana, and I'm pretty much forced to go into Tangrowth. Actually, no, I sack Lando to see what he'd go for, and then I bring in Tangrowth afterwards. So he goes for Smart Strike, revealing that he's a Choice Scarf. So I go for Knockoff as he brings in the Landorus. So Lando's going to get the Intimidate drop on me. Knockoff won't do that much damage. And he's pretty much forced to go for the Fly. So I let him go for the Fly. And then I switch to Tapu Koko on the Resist. Or take the resisted hit. Now, this was a play where I should have just went straight crazy. I should have just went for the Volt Switch instead of going for the U-turn. Or not going U-turn, going HP Ice. Because that would have gotten me a lot more mileage than just going for the HP Ice right there, knowing that he'd switch out. So he goes for Flare Cannon, and Flare Cannon does a good chunk to my Tangrowth. As I go for the Giga Drain, expecting him to go into actually, I thought he'd go in the Landos, which is why I went for Giga Drain right there. But I do knock off the Kartana, so now it's Choice Scarf is gone, and Tapu Koko can actually outspeed it. He goes Leaf Blade. As I go for the Earthquake. Now, honestly, thinking about this play, I think, well, okay, one, this game's pretty much going to end because I pretty much let Volcarona set up right here and just win. But I really think I played it, I played this game so bad. I wanted to prioritize getting rocks up, which was the most important thing. But I really just didn't go for the move I should have went for. Again, if I knocked out Lando, then it wouldn't have been a threat for me. And not only would I have kept Coco healthy and everything else as well, but I pretty much could have just ran through him. But again, I over predicted, and because of that I lost. But yeah, seriously, Kyurem really could have done a lot more, but I overthought about the plays I made and just kind of screwed myself over. But we'll get him next time, 3 weeks from now. Actually, no, 2 weeks from now. No, it is 3. It's 3 weeks because it cycles. So next week's gonna be Oras. I don't have any Gen 6 teams, so if you guys could leave some teams in my Smogon profile or even on the Discord or on my Discord, that would be really great. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for week 1 of Smogon Tour. So again, next time I'll try and do some more for round 3 and round 4 if I can make it that far for Oras and even Black and White. So I'll see what happens. If you guys did enjoy the vid and also didn't enjoy my coughing, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord Bushido Gang, and subscribe for some more content on the channel. Also follow me on Pokeamino and check out my Smogon profile. All those links will be down in the description. So peace out, y'all, and y'all have a good one and a good week as well.
Oh shit, I made this egg.